Let's bring back in our guest analyst, Oliver Sloup from Blue Line Futures in Chicago. Thanks for joining the show, Oliver. Boy, lots going on there. Big ranges.
Big ranges. A lot of excitement last night, and that is obviously dissipated as we got more participation on the floor open, and you've got market participants taking advantage of those higher prices that we saw. And that's part of the reason we always say you got to take those overnight sessions with a grain of salt, where the volume or the participation is relatively light and thin, and it doesn't take a whole lot to really move the market. So some big reversals here today, but not a lot of technical damage done yet for the corn market, basically retracing that big move higher that we saw on Friday. That's going to be a big one to keep a close eye on. If we start to break below Friday's low, we could start to see some additional long liquidation from the funds who we know have a massive net long position. They've held a pretty big net long position for quite a while. Friday's commitment to traders report showed that they added about 39,000 futures and options contracts to get them net long 366,000 contracts. And to break that down to see what side of the boat most of them are on, that's 398,000 positions on the long side and only 30,000 on the short side. So if we start to see the bullish fundamental catalyst run out of steam, there's the potential for some long liquidation after this basically a 50 cent uninterrupted rally over the last month and a half.
Just to give the viewers an idea of a frame of reference, what would be the biggest you've seen that position before?
Well, we're right on par with where we were last year at this time, but this is a big position. And I think it's also worth noting that the position limits were expanded last year by the CME. So the funds do have powder to add if they're going to take advantage of that increased position limit or not, to be determined. There's a lot of uncertainty, I guess, and potential roadblocks between here and the summer with regards to weather and spring planting. Absolutely.
How does it look in the soybeans then for those types of fund positions? What do they have down there?
Soybeans they've been relatively neutral here over the last several months, but obviously over the last week they've been building that position, and that's not really going to be reflected in the most recent commitment of traders report because it is on a lag. But if you look at where we were trading just last Wednesday to the Sunday night high, we're over $1 higher in just 4 trading sessions. So you can bet your hard-earned dollar that they have definitely jumped in the markets. Weather down in South America been a big question mark. But Brazil, close to about 15% harvest. So the weather story in South America may have run its course. The other story out there has been the performance and the strength in the vegetable oil market. Potentially that has run course as well. We've got bean oil coming back off those recent highs in the overnight session. So that's going to be something to keep a close eye on. Could be a catalyst and a precursor for the soybean market this week.
That's all great stuff.